Hey kids, Invertical here, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Minecraft! Yes, I am playing Minecraft. Yes, I apologize if you are having a hard time hearing me. Please turn up your speakers if you can. My really nice fancy Blue Yeti mic that I bought years ago decided last week to die, and I am working with my headset for the Xbox. Unfortunately, it is the only functioning microphone that I have been able to find anywhere around me. So I apologize if the sound is horrible. Thank you. So, where are we? What have we done? Well, I apologize. Last episode, I went and I just did a whole bunch of running around and showed you all kinds of great things, talked real fast, and then realized that I was out of time. So, in addition to everything that I did and said last episode, I have relocated my tree farm from up on top there and expanded it slightly. As you can see here, I'm working on building an experimentation for a perimeter wall. I'm thinking every so often have a thing, a barrier around it. This wall is 2 blocks high, so friendlies don't jump in. And I'm going to carry something along these lines all the way around the outside of the entire temple. And I want to put some lighting inside the temple. I want to eventually still want to have train tracks going out to the mine site over there. And I'm still having problems with my plants dying. Any plants from one particular mod die almost guaranteed. Pam's Harvest Craft seems to survive no matter what, so I'm probably going to end up putting a whole lot of Pam's Harvest Craft over there. But, as you can see, I have my engineer's manual. Something is going on with the immersive engineering. If I open this manual and aroma backup kicks in, the game crashes. So, at some point in time, I have to port this game from the vanilla launcher that it's on over to multi-MC launcher and remove aroma backup again. I don't know why a lot of people like the aroma system. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't add anything to the game that isn't already there. So, rant over. What we have here is a big pile of blast brick. Yes, I have been working for several hours waiting for droplets of water to collect so that I can get enough clay brick to make my blast furnace. I should now be able to make steel. So I'm going to run up to my lab and I'm going to show you something else. At the same time, I'm going to pick up some steel. You'll see here, this is basic vanilla Minecraft anvil. The zombies are dropping all kinds of really neat bits and pieces of armor. I don't like making armor, so I'm just going to keep fixing up bits and pieces of random hobo gear armor and wear that. What I have over here is a vanilla, or mostly vanilla, automatic furnace. I throw a bucket of lava into it. I throw all the dusts, random dusts and crap that I get up in here. When I get a bunch, I throw a bucket of lava or 2 into this furnace and I just let it go. And it smelts lots. I am, of course, like always, running very low on iron. I need charcoal or coal coke for the smelter. Eventually I'm going to make an actual the coke oven, and I'll put that down here as well, because I've got the wood farm functioning now, so that would be quite fine. But that's a crafting I don't want to do right now. But there we go. That's how we make iron, or not iron, iron into steel. It consumes a lot of charcoal. to make a little bit of steel. So this is going to run for a while, and eventually I'm going to get steel. Part of the reason I want steel is to be able to build, please don't crash, build some of the multi-block machines from immersive engineering. This is a metal press for doing wires and whatnot. I require steel scaffolding to make this. Back. There is the crusher. This is another block, multi-block structure that I want to make. The excavator this is essentially a void miner. It's a really nice thing. It's a void miner. It requires a lot of RF to run, so I'm not going to be making that anytime soon. I believe there was another thing in here that I wanted to make. Oh, it crashed. Okay, hold on, we'll be back. Okay, once again, Aroma Core backup crashed my game while having the engineer's manual open. There's generators in here that I want to hook up. The diesel generator eventually, yes. There was another generator that was in here. I can't remember what it was called. But as you can see, I'm leery about keeping that book open because for some reason, every time Aroma Core backup kicks in, it crashes the game. So I'm going to let this cook some more steel for me here. As you can see, it used up most of that stack of charcoal already, and I've only got 2 ingots. This stuff here, of course, the only real use for it is concrete. Phytojo? Okay. Throw it in the crusher, and I can make sand. Like, I need more sand. Structural engineer will trade me an emerald for 4 slag. I want one of these guys. I need to find a village person that will take sand. Slag is also used in making the immersive engineering concrete, which is fairly useful. No idea what to do with florbs. I've had these before, and they're just another thing that collects space. So there's some steel ingots. So yeah, I'm going to cook some more wood, make some more charcoal. I'll probably make some charcoal block, make up some more steel. The farm now is running, so I actually do have logs. I still need to make the extractor for this to get the rubber out of this. But I don't use industrial craft very much. If you see 4 or 5 industrial craft machines on my thing, yeah, then that's pretty amazing, actually. So let's grab our buckets here, and we'll fire this up. Now this will do about 100 craftings per bucket. Of course, you lose a couple craftings because of waiting for the item duct to pump stuff in, because I've only got the level 1 servo on it. But still, it's not a big deal. I mean, it works. I do need to pound more sand or more dust and get more iron. That's the biggest, believe it or not, the biggest shortage is iron. I have so much other crap. It's ridiculous. But that's where I'm at. I'm going to pause here. let some stuff run, some machineries run, the tree farm run. I'll do a little bit more work on the wall here, that sort of thing. And yeah, we'll be back in a bit. So don't go away, kids. Be right back. Okay, kids, we're back. Yes, did you miss me? No, of course not. You've only been gone for half a second. For me, several hours later. So, let's have a look at what we have going on here. Come on, down the ladder. Down the ladder. As you can see, I have built a perimeter. Yes, this is a very basic, straightforward, simple wall with a walkway above it. Come back here and take a look. I've got a nice, these are upside down stairs, with right side upstairs above them. These little sandstone walls that you see sticking out here, this is for mob control. And I'll show you what I mean. I gotta get more of this concrete built so I can finish putting this around. Eventually I'm going to actually have this whole courtyard done up with concrete and sand, so that I can get around easily. So what I'm doing for the mob control here is I'm putting in a little liquid lighting. I put the sandstone half slab on it. And that gives me kind of a lava barrier. Basically all the way around. Every 5 blocks where the pillar is gives me a lava barrier poking out. It's still going to have some issues here in the corners, as I don't have a lava block poking out here, but that's not too big of a deal. The idea is to produce enough light that mobs don't spawn right next to the wall, which the lava will or should do, as well as put a non-destructible deterrent right next to the walls. Basically, the idea is that hostiles will not spawn and walk up to the walls and swarm the walls at night. Of course, this is going to take me another little bit to do. It takes time for the buckets of lava to prepare, and it's a lot of rinse and repeat. Same process over and over again. But when I'm done, that's what the courtyards for the Temple of Cow will look like, or the perimeter of the Temple of Cow will look like. It's not exactly warm and welcoming to hostile entities. This would also work fairly well as a player versus player wall. This kind of pattern, because you can't swim up the lava enough to extinguish it as a player. And if you dug this sand out, the lava would just fall down on your head. So bypassing the wall that way would be not exactly the best method. Of course, I mean, there's always a way, right? I mean, a little bit of water, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's no such thing as a completely undefeatable defense. The idea of making defenses is to make them so that they are more challenging to overcome than the potential benefits would warrant. Now, eventually, I'm probably going to do is put some kind of fence or glowstone or something on the inside of this to give me some extra lighting along the inside of this courtyard. I do have glowstone lamps underneath each of the pillars, which you can probably see if I went down to the bottom here, which I will do. Each of these pillars has a glowstone lamp or block of glowstone underneath it. Overall, this lights up very nicely at night. Not ready, need axe. There you go. And boom, relit. Okay. This is producing RF per tick. I've got the Stirling generator over here. And a survivalist generator here, and they're just burning surplus saplings. 2 capacitors underneath with the photovoltaic cell on top to give me a little bit of charge. What I'll probably eventually do, we'll build another couple of pieces of photovoltaic cell and maybe another capacitor or something, and put a whole row of them along the front here, or even just cover the whole system with them. The idea is to have sufficient light or sufficient energy stored for the machine to operate. Although what happens a lot of the times is the axe breaks and I don't get over here in time to put a replacement in. I know I can put a hopper on the top and fill a chest with axes, and they will drop in as needed. I might do that, but at the same time, I've already got from this tree farm 14 stacks of wood sitting in storage. So it's entirely possible I might shut this tree farm off or pull the tree farm down and pop a different type of tree in there, like the rubber wood tree that I need. Once I build that extractor, I should be fine on that. And that's something that's still on my list to do. But for now, I'm going to get back to filling up my lava pockets on the wall here. And we'll see what this looks like with a little bit more lava flow. I want to see how it handles at nighttime. I still have some hostiles spawning in the courtyard here. I need to remember to go and pop these cacti back in place. Actually, I should probably do that before I get too much more of this done. as nighttime on this map comes very quickly. Okay. Perfect. That's just to prevent anybody who comes knocking on my door. Now you can see the glowstone shines through the stair blocks and the slab blocks, as well as the lava shines through the stairs. It's one of the good features about stairs is they don't block light as much as other blocks do. I mean, theoretically, I should have sufficient lighting all the way around that I don't need to worry about it. And should actually have almost enough light by the time I'm done that. There will be no mob spawn. Like, there shouldn't be mob spawn on this. This is sandstone slab on low. There actually should be no mob spawn on this walkway at all. Really, the only place where they should have any ability to spawn is where I'm placing the lava buckets. So that should eliminate most of that problem. I still have to get underneath this temple, go down a couple more layers, and I'm still working on iron for my projects that I want to get working on next. Eventually I'm going to have the immersive engineering floodlights shining in this room. I want all that hooked up with the wires and the poles and the whole thing, just to give it a really a nice flare, a nice look. You know, have like floodlight here and wires connecting over to a floodlight lamp over there kind of deal and that sort of thing. Because I think it should look, I mean, it should look nice. We're talking sandstone blocks on a desert, you know. We're not talking standing in a space station where we have everything hidden in the blocks. I'm hoping to have it so that it has some semblance of realism to it. Now, the way this wall is designed, it should be very spider-proof. Because the spider can't come straight up the wall, he has to scurry out. They usually get hooked underneath the stairs. If something tries to swim up the lava, which they will do, the husks and stuff try to swim up the lava, that usually kills them in the process. Yeah, you'll see a lot of these messages now. Husks went up in flames, husks swam in lava, that kind of thing. And as you can see, I still get mobs forming in the courtyard here. They can't get onto the walkway. I mean, skeletons can shoot me and such from down in the courtyard. Eventually, this is all going to get lit and sectioned off and whatever. And this cactus ring should be something I can pull out of here fairly quickly. But the way things are going now, as you can see on the mini map and on the journey map itself, I have this barrier of lava which should slow down pretty much anything that comes around the outside edge of this structure. It might not stop everything completely, but it should slow them down. And with the lights underneath, ow, excuse me. Jerk. Arrows bouncing off my front door here. What the heck is going on with you guys? As you can see with the lights underneath the walkway, that adds a really nice effect. And yeah, the spider, as you can see, he's hooked underneath the walkway there. He can't get in. This is it's not the best wall design, but it is a very good wall design for preventing hostiles. So I've got a little bit more work to do on it and such before it's finished, but it should look not bad. So anyhow, thanks all for watching, kids. Next episode, I'm hoping to get a little bit more into the immersive engineering, try and get a little bit more stuff done, and actually work on building some of my first immersive engineering machines. And maybe, perhaps, we'll actually be able to work throughout the day and night without harassment from hostiles at all. So thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.